We we're almost there. We are almost there. And I just have to say how excited I am because 1 week ago today, when we started this process, I had over 120,000 words, and I just checked it. We're now at 68,651 words. 68,000, which means that we cut almost half of the manuscript in the last week, which is absolutely incredible. That's a lot of cutting. So there's still more to do. I still have a few more chapters that I've got to really tighten up. So here's what you can do today. If you're still on board, first of all, I just want to say how much I really appreciate all your help. My plan is to send in the manuscript. I have a coaching call at 3 o'clock Eastern tomorrow on Monday. And so it's 1 o'clock on Sunday that I'm recording this. And so less than 26 hours away. 26 hours away, and I'll be sending this manuscript into Stephanie. And she said it'll be 6 to 8 weeks. That I just won't hear anything because she's going to go through the whole thing. So it's just been incredible. That's really all I want to say in this video is just thank you for all of your help. If you're still able to help, I really, really appreciate it. Probably the best help that I could get right now, just to put it out there, is when you see a section that doesn't make sense, trying to reword it. It just, what I've found is when I look in the comments and a number of people have said this, like, Brian, try rewording it like this, and then actually kind of rewrite the sentence. Then I can look at it and go, yeah, okay, I like where you're going. Let me kind of make it sound a little bit more like me, and then I add it to the manuscript. So I know that's asking a lot, but that has been really, really helpful. I think that's been probably my favorite part of this process. So that's number one, is just helping me reword some sentences. I think I've got a little tunnel vision and I'm a little stuck in some areas, and obviously I'd love to push through. Number two is to help out with the takeaways, or what we're calling the big ideas, and then the action steps. So at the end of every chapter, the goal is when you're flipping through the book, a little behind the scenes, okay? When you're flipping through the book, what people look for generally is they're looking for visual cues to engage in the content. And one of the best ways to have visual cues is to have a bulleted list or a numbered list. And so that's the idea, is at the end of each chapter there would be a really short list, and it's kind of like, these are the 5 big ideas from this chapter. People will read it over and go, oh, I want to know more about that, and then they'll go and read the whole chapter. And then when they get to the end of the chapter, it has a summary of those 5 ideas, right? And then there's a few actions that you can take so they can actually implement those actions. And the idea behind that is not only for the reader, but also if they do it as a study group or in their organization or whatever, they have some actions that they can take. So that's the big focus today, is in just helping me finish those last sentences that just are still a little stuck, and then the key takeaways and the next actions at the end of each chapter. And then what I've been doing is just going through the chapters and finding sections that are done, like that are just as done as they're going to be for now, before sending to my editor, and I'm just highlighting them in like a light green. So if you see a section in light green, you can still read through it, and if you notice anything that really stands out, feel free to make a note there. But for the most part, I consider those sections done for this draft, for the draft to send in. So I think that's all I have. Let me just check. I think that's it. My next step is I have a few chapters that need some tweaking, so I'm going to be printing them out, walking around the block, and kind of revising those. And so remember, you can always check the hashtag edit help. And when you see the hashtag edit help, it basically means, hey, it's a newer section that hasn't had a few eyeballs on it yet. And so that's a great place to start. If you're wondering, how can I help? Just go to the edit help section, or hashtag edit help, and just do a find of that, and you'll see it in there. I think that's about all I have. We're 26 hours away. I'm so excited. So thanks again for all your help. Feel free to tag me with any questions. We also have a chat. Not a lot of people are using the chat, but I'll have the document open, for the next day. And so if you have a specific question, you can always hit the chat icon, and just chat up there. Sound good? Have a great day. Thanks so much for your help. Happy Sunday, and really appreciate you guys. Thanks.